Hey everyone, NETFQ. What I'll be doing now is I'll be running a Crimson Harvest field site. So as you saw before my last video, I ran the Crimson Harvest Gauntlet site, which was quite easy to do in Gila. So now I'll be running the Harvest field site, and this one is actually a bit more tricky to do in Gila. It's to do with the first wave. What I have to do is I have to warp out and warp back in. Otherwise I tend to, well, I haven't died, but yes, if I do stay I probably will die. So I like to warp out and then warp back where I can get range on the rats that spawn, and survive and pick them off one by one as they slowly approach. So let's get into it. So the first thing you do when you walk to the site is you'll notice a gate with some rats around it. The Blood Raider frigates. So what we'll do is we'll just highlight them, and I'll release my infiltrator drones, which are medium drones, and I'll go ahead and attack them. It's pretty easy to kill these guys. They're only frigates, so they do die relatively quick, as you can see. And one more to go after this guy. There we go. And we'll kill the last frigate. And it is dead, dying. There we go, got him. Brilliant. Right, get the drones back, and we'll go ahead and activate the gate. Right, we'll turn everything on apart from the afterburner. We'll do that when we land. Now it looks pretty calm in here, nothing really happening, which is what you want. The first thing I want to do though is I want to just point out some things. If you are in a mining barge, you can run the site, and you come in here and you see these balls here. These these asteroids here. These if you have a look, they're like little balls that float around. These are the things that you can highlight, and you can actually mine with your mining lasers, and then you'll get the ore that you can then reprocess to get the minerals required to build the Cerebral Accelerators, which I'll be showing you in another video, because I have spent quite a number of hours today coming into these harvest field sites and actually mining them with a couple of skiffs quite successfully. So I've got a whole bunch of ore, and I have all the other mats required to build these harvesters, but I can't reprocess the ore until tomorrow, because apparently CCP forgot to add something to allow people to reprocess the ore into minerals. And I take it they're going to release it in the patch coming up later on tonight, my time, but I won't be up for that, so I'll have to do it tomorrow morning. And yeah, then I'll obviously record that and show you how we can go ahead and build some of these Cerebral Accelerators. So that's what you do. But as you can see, with all these sites, there's actually 3 of these guys here, which are the harvest silos. Now if you shoot these, rats are going to spawn, and then you obviously have to go and kill them. But also what drops in here is the actual material, the minerals required, the processed minerals required to build the Cerebral Accelerators. And obviously you need 43, I think, or 42 for each Cerebral Accelerator that you build, but out of these cans you only get like 2 or 3, so you have to do quite a number of these sites to get the raw minerals required. Or an easier way to do it is, if you are a miner, just go ahead and mine these little rocks that are lying around, and get your ore that way, which you can reprocess into the minerals required. So that's what I've done anyway. But if you're combat fit like my healer is, you can go ahead and kill the rats here. So that's what I'm going to show you now. What I tend to do is I tend to leave these silos for the last. I don't kill them straight away. What I tend to do is I just make my way towards this tower here as quick as I can. I don't get any of my drones out. I just make my way as quick as I can over to this tower, and eventually what's going to happen is there is going to be a spawn of rats that's going to happen. There's going to be some trigger here. I think it's in proximity to this tower that spawns a whole bunch of rats. And one thing I will show you while I'm here anyway is if I go into my reward system, whenever it comes up, yeah, there we go. I've got enough to get my Macarial hunter's skin, and I do have the Gila skin. So now it's just a mad rush to get my avatar skin. So that's the next goal here. So I'm just about there. You know, what's that? 320 more points to go, and I'll get that. So yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, I've got plenty of time. Still got 19 days to do it. So yeah, it's no problem at all trying to do that. Right, let's make our way to this tower. There we go. They have spawned. What I tend to do is backtrack as fast as I can. I will line out to this guy, and I will initiate warp. I am going to get out of here very, very quickly, because as you can see, all these rats are very close. They're 20 to 30 kilometers away, and that's far too close for my liking. So what I tend to do is I warp out, which people will probably say, oh my god, that's just such a pussy move. Pardon the pun. You know, you should stay and fight, but unfortunately the healer is not exactly geared up to handle that many rats all in one go. Sure, you know, you can come in here with a battleship or a carrier, you know, or a dreadnought even, and finish a site no problem whatsoever without having to run away. But I don't. I guess I could bring a carrier in here, but I really don't want to. I much rather fly my healer. It's just quick and nimble, and it gets the job done. You don't have to drop any mobile tractor units to scoop up the loot. You know, you can go there yourself and get the loot. I just find it easier. Sure, you know, just once you have to run away and come back, but that's it. You know, it's not too hard. So now they've all spawned, and when I land, they are going to be, I think, about 70 kilometers away, which is much more manageable. So here we go. We are now going back into the site, and there they are, all the nasty rats. Yep. So 70 kilometers, yeah, 55, that's fine. We'll target all the frigates, which are the nasty ones that are going to get you. And what I'll do is I'll actually just come down here and I'll just orbit this at I don't know, 5, just to get me moving. So now that they're pretty much all targeted me, I can release my drones and get them to go out and kill some of these frigates quickly. So that's what I'll do. Look at that, nasty. definitely don't want to be in the middle of that lot in a Gila, because you will not last long. But my drones take pretty quick work of these frigates, which is fantastic. The only thing you've got to watch for is that when they lose interest in you and they start targeting your drones, that's when you need to bring them back as quick as you can. So it hasn't happened so far, which is good. Keeping an eye on local. Great thing about these sites is that if a newt does come into system, they can't warp directly to you. They have to go via the gate. So it gives you time to skedaddle out of here. So that's always a comforting thing to know. And I am not moving, which is a bit of a shame. Let's orbit that at, I don't know, 20. Right, some of these are now in missile range, so I could use my missiles if I wanted to, but no, I don't really want to waste them at this stage. Maybe I will, because this frigate is a bit too close, so my drones do take a while to target them. I'll just claim my reward quickly so I don't forget. Right, doing good. Shields are holding just fine, which is fantastic to see. Kill these frigates that are webbing me. Go in that direction. Because we're not really moving there, are we? Right, one more webber, get rid of him. Done, brilliant. Now we should be going at speed. And yeah, not that good really, because my afterburn is not on. Lovely. Who turned that off, eh? So not a very bright thing to do, have that off. That is a bit silly. I was wondering why my shields were going down. I did not realize that my afterburner was off. So that's sort of put a spanner in the works. Yeah, I'm going to have to warp off here. So I'll get my drones back and I am going to warp and just repair my shield. Sorry, that was a bit of a screw up on my part. I am sorry for that. I did not notice that my afterburner was off. So that's really not part of the plan. Normally with your afterburner on, you can do that quite well. But yeah, no wonder I wasn't really moving quick enough. So I apologize for that. We'll just sit here on this Fortizar and we'll just get my armor repaired and the overheat damage as well. We'll just repair all that. Shouldn't take too long. He says. It shouldn't have happened, he said, but it did, because I was not paying attention. So yeah, apologize for that. Alright, just about done. 2% damage, repaired. Now it's just the armor, 70%. $80. And the last little bit, boom, done. Right, let's go back and try that again. You may not believe it, but I have done this, and I only had to run away once, as I showed you. So yeah, that last little bit just wasn't paying attention, and I apologize for that. Was stuck in the rocks, which shouldn't have happened, and my afterburner was off, which shouldn't have happened. So two things I was not paying attention to, so I'm sorry about that. Right, let's try this again. And approach the gate. We'll just turn our afterburner off, on, not off. Got to keep it on, and we'll try this again. Right, there's all the bad guys. So let's go the opposite way to where they are. And as quick as I can, target all these guys. Release the drones. And start killing these with my missiles as well. Again, as I mentioned in the last video, these newts, cap newts, don't affect me at all. The Gila is pretty cap stable, and yeah, I don't have any problems with newts being neuted out. Right, okay, this is a bit better. Right, get these down as quick as we can. As I said, Darby, this initial wave, the wave that spawns when you get close to the tower, that's the most challenging. It's the biggest, and it tends to do the most damage. And I will not use my missiles because the newts are a bit far away at the moment. So what I can do is I can actually start making my way back over this, this direction. Just so I can get the bad guys in range. And what I'll do is I'll head down there just to pick up that wreck, just to see if there's any loot in it, and claim my reward. Yes, I'll do that as well. Thank you very much. Right, just about in range for my missiles. Go. Again, these are rapid light missiles. They only have a 29 kilometer range, so just got to be mindful of that. Make sure that they are in range before we fire them. Otherwise, it's just going to be a waste of missiles. We just have a couple of cruisers and a couple of battleships, and that's it. Right, how are we? Still 30 kilometers away. Missiles are reloading. As I said in the last video, the only bad thing about rapid light missiles is they take ages to reload, which is really annoying. But hey. Come on, quick, it's getting out of range. 23 kilometers. Come on, come on, come on. 24. Fire. Right, what have we got here? Okay, cool. Got a booster and another BPC. Right, let's start making our way up here. And we'll target the first silo. Let's kill these battleships before I destroy the silo. Pretty cool looking skin on these battleships. Yeah, really like it. But the only skins that do drop from these events are the dark iron ones. So if you always wanted to have a dark iron skin that hasn't been on the market, then chances are that one will drop if you do the site. Right, so that's done. I'll use my drones to destroy this silo because my missiles are actually reloading, so I can't use them. But the drones basically one-shot it. And if we open up the loot that drops, as you can see, we don't get anything from that can, so we won't worry about that too much. And as you can see, we have a whole bunch of newts that have just spawned back over by the tower. So what we can do is, and what I'll do is I'll make my way over to this other can over here. So we'll go in the general direction towards these guys. So they've all targeted me, so I'll release my drones again and kill that frigate. Kill the frigate, there we go. Brilliant. Okay, it's just the cruisers left and a battleship. Yeah, 2 battleships and the rest are cruisers. So yeah, the drones do make quick work of the cruisers as well, which is fantastic. Because oh, no, they are now in range of my missiles, so I can help out my drones. Oh, killing the battle. Oh well, fine. Yeah, we'll kill the battleship. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I've got a bit of a cold, so must apologise for coughing and spluttering. I'll try my best not to. Alright, battleship is now dead. Go after these cruisers. Claim my reward quickly before this is dead. Oh, did I get it? Did I get it? No, no, I did not get it. Too slow with claiming my reward, so I missed out on 1 point. Ah, well, 1 kill, I should say. Right, we'll target the silo. just head towards it. No point orbiting now. These guys aren't going to do any damage, significant damage I should say, that my shield booster won't be able to cope with. So yeah, we'll just get as close as we can to the silo so we can scoop it up as soon as we kill it. There we go. So let's use our drones to kill that. Boom, scoop the drones in, see what we've got in there. Oh, okay, this is not good. You guys, I think I'm not telling the truth when I tell you that you do get good drops and you do get the minerals to build the Cerebral Accelerator. I promise you do, but obviously there's a drop percentage, and I'm just not lucky enough yet to be able to get it. The last site I ran, out of the 3 cans that dropped, I think 2 of the cans dropped the minerals. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there. It's they're not dropping for me this time, so I apologise for that. Right, kill the frigates. Wait for my missiles to reload. And what I'll do is I will make my way over to the last can, which is up here somewhere. So I'll make my way over there. And again, there's not that many of them, so my my tank is no problems at all being able to tank all these guys here. So oh no, don't fire the missiles because that's too far away. Yeah, it's only when you get a huge mob of them that your tank, you know, your shield booster can't keep up with the damage coming in. But because there's only 3 of them left, there's no problem at all tanking them. Let's just kill the frigate first, shall we? Sorry, the cruiser first. That's probably going to be easier to do. Alright, there we go. Let's kill the last battleship. And it's in range of my missiles, so I'll send them as well as the drones. And we'll target the last silo. We have arrived, great. And the last battleship is about to die. Brilliant. Okay, bring the drones back, make sure they're in the hole before the next lot spawn, simply because tend to find that the frigates will target your drones if they're out rather than you. So it's best to send them back. So they've just killed the silo, so we'll bring them back in. Brilliant. And the last wave, targeted the wreck there, don't want to do that. Let's just see what we got from the loot. Here we go. Yep, there we go. So you've got the the minerals. We got 4 of them, which is quite a lot. So we got the minerals required to build this Cerebral Accelerators. So that's fantastic, and some more metal scraps. So there we go. Right, let's release the drones and kill these frigates. 3 of them, so it's not that difficult to get rid of them. I'm not going to bother moving, there's really no point. The tank should be fine, especially the fact that we're killing them so quick. It's the damage coming in isn't really going to be an issue. So go. Alright, target these battleships, which will be the last lot that I kill. And of course my missiles are reloading. Quite a number of wrecks here, so yeah, maybe good to get my old Noctis in here as well after the fact, just to scoop up all these wrecks. Yeah, be quite a bit of salvage here. Excuse me. And one more to go. Last two battleships. And one more to go. There we go. Alright, one more to go. Start heading towards the Fortizar. And it's now gone. Brilliant. And there we have it. One harvest fields site completed. So I hope you enjoyed that. Again, sorry for the bit of an oopsie there. As I said, you know, as soon as you warp in, just head to this tower, and as soon as the Blood Raider spawns, just warp out. It's going to save you, and all you got to do is just warp back, and you'll, as you saw, you're around, you know, 50 to 80 kilometers away from the rats. Just start heading off in a direction, just to keep them at range, and just start picking them off one by one, and you shouldn't have a problem at all. And then it's just a matter of popping the 3 silos, one over here, one over here, and one over here, and then just killing the rats that spawn when you pop the silos. And don't forget to loot the silos as well. And that's pretty much it. It's all downhill from there. It's just that initial wave that takes a bit to you know, to get down. That's the only tricky bit. But I hope you enjoyed that. What I'll do is I'll actually just warp to the Fortizar and just show you the loot that I got from the last site that I did of the harvest fields sites. So just bear with me. Oh, excuse me. My throat is killing me. Got some sort of flu, I think. So yeah, sorry about that. Right, let's dock up. Eventually, yep, great, brilliant. And we'll see what other loot we've got here. So the other site that I ran of that, we did get in the, oh, not that one, sorry, in the item hanger, there is nothing there. That is interesting. Did I drop them off at a different station? Anyway, I'll have to I'll have to have a look at that. I'm sorry, I don't I don't quite understand what's happened there, because I did get a fraction drop last time. So yeah, I'll have to find out where they are. But anyway, that's beside the point. The point of this video is to show you how to do the Crimson Harvest Fields site in a Gila. So you don't have to fly a battleship or a carrier or a dreadnought to do them. You just have to fly a cruiser. It can be done. As I said, the only initial thing you have to do is with that initial wave, you need to get it as far away as you can from them, and it's as simple as just warping out and warping back into the site. And just pick them off as they come, one by one. Just keep them at range and you'll be fine. And then it's just destroying the silos, just 3 of them, and then just taking down the rats that spawn, which are easy to do in a Gila. And that's pretty much it. The site is done, and you've got the loot, and that's all there is to it. So I hope you found this video interesting. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. I definitely will be making a lot more in the future. But if you didn't like this video, please give it a thumbs down. At least I know, what you guys and girls want to see and what you don't want to see. And that's pretty much it for this video. So until the next time, fly safe, and bye for now.